Hey people, welcome back to the channel. A few weeks ago, Coospo reached out to me and asked, Zach, would you like to review our products? And I'm like, sure, send it over. So today we have the BC107 bike computer and the H6 heart rate monitor. I'm not going to review the H6, so let's put that aside. Now, the BC107 sits in the middle of Coospo's bike computer lineup, slotted in between the cheaper BC26 and the pricier BC200 and 200 Pro models. Disclaimer, while Coospo did send me these review samples, they do not get copy approval, so whatever opinions I'm about to express are purely my own and 100% what I think. With that out of the way, let's go. I'm going to jump straight into what matters, which is how it performs on the road. In my test, I attached the BC107 to my handlebar and have it right alongside my Bolt V2 as reference. The first test that I did was to see how long the Coospo took to get a GPS lock. And as you can see, even though I started the ride on the BC107 first, the Wahoo did manage to get a GPS lock much quicker in comparison. It's certainly not a deal breaker, but it is something to take note of. Once the GPS is locked, it worked fine for the rest of the ride. Like most cycling computers out there, the BC107 also comes with the auto pause feature, so it pauses the ride when the speed reaches 0. It works as advertised during most parts of my test, but I did encounter some situations where the speed reading on the BC107 took some time to react when I stopped at the red lights. The screen on the BC107 also comes in at 2.3 inches, just a little bigger than the Bolt V2's 2.2 inches. There is a consistent row of icons and data on top which shows you stuff like your battery level, GPS signal strength, Bluetooth status, ambient temperature, and time of day. The main bar of the display shows you the various data and readings spread across 3 pages. I categorize them into current data, average data, and max data. The first page, which is the page that we'll be looking at most of the time, shows you your current speed, moving time, distance traveled, gradient, or power output if you have a power meter pad, heart rate, as well as cadence. Now do note that these highlighted data require external sensors to show up. The second page shows you the average data, so that includes your average speed, average heart rate, average cadence, and average power output. This page also shows you your current altitude and ascent distance. The last page contains all the max data such as the max speed, max heart rate, max cadence, and max power output. The calories burned, I believe, is calculated based on the height and weight keyed into the phone app. And underneath that, we also get the odometer of the cycling computer. The upside of this layout means the BC107 gives you pretty much all the data and readings that you need on the first page. I do have mixed feelings about the presentation of the data because while it gives us a lot of data at one glance, as many as 11 data including the top row, it can be challenging to read because it's overwhelming with data. Surely this is something that is a matter of getting used to, because on bike computers like the Bolt V2, you do have the option to customize every field and zoom in or out, but not on the BC107. You also lose the gradient reading if you pair it with a power meter. Another thing that I feel could be better is the screen contrast. While it's perfectly legible, it looks a little washed out against the blue backlight. There are a total of 3 buttons on the BC107, each indicating what it does with the secondary function marked above in print. The button on the right turns on and off the computer, and pressing it during a ride marks a new lap. The center play pause button starts and pauses a ride, holding it down for 2 seconds ends and saves the workout, and the last button on the left is for toggling between the 3 pages of data. Holding it down for 2 seconds takes you to the settings menu. Battery life is impressive, coming in at 28 hours and is done via the micro USB port covered with a flap at the back. Please give us USB-C, alright, it's 2022. So with the charging port flap closed, the BC107 do have a water and dust resistance of IP67 rating, so that is reassuring if you ride on dusty roads, trails, or in the rain. Of course, we got to talk about the CoospoRide App. In 2022, everything comes with an app. So the app pairs with the bike computer using Bluetooth, and once it's paired, you can view your rides, change settings, and synchronize your workouts to Strava. What impresses me the most is the data presentation of past workouts. It's comprehensive with charts and graphs, and even the more technical stuff for power like normalized power, FTP, intensity factor, and TSS, your training stress score. It is a simple app that has pretty much everything you need to use a bike computer, so all's good. Overall, the BC107 is a capable bike computer that gets plenty of things right at an affordable price point. In the box, it comes with a handlebar mount and out front mount, so it's good to go right out of the box. If all you need is a simple bike computer and aren't planning to use external sensors, there will simply be too much wasted screen estate on this BC107. For that, I say go and get one of the cheaper bike computers out there in the market. However, if you're on the opposite camp, the BC107 is a decent contender for your money, especially if you own a power meter, which is something a cheaper XOSS G+ cannot do. So that's my review of the Coospo BC107. What do you guys think? Is it a bike computer that you would get for yourself? I'm curious to know what you guys think, and as usual, if you have any questions, drop them down below. If you find this review helpful, please help me give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. I'll try to get my hands on more fun gadgets to share with you guys. Alright, until the next time we meet, stay safe and ride safe. Goodbye.